All right, thank you so much for the introduction. I hope that everybody's having a great day so far. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So, how hotels can survive another economic downturn with digital marketing. To give you an overview of the webinar, I'll first give an introduction of myself. I'll talk a little bit about rezStream, about who we are and what services we offer. And then I'll get into the bulk of the presentation where I'll briefly talk a little bit about the economic effects on the industry that we've seen. And then I'll spend most of the time talking about some digital marketing strategies that can help your property survive this economic decline that we're seeing and hearing about. And then we'll wrap up the presentation with a recap before transitioning into the Q&A. So just a little bit about myself. My name is Sierra Pulse. I'm a search engine marketing specialist here at rezStream. So one of my main jobs is to make sure that our property's online presence is optimized for search engines. I've been with rezStream for just over 2 years now. I'm originally from a small rural town in Illinois, but I've lived here in Denver for about 3 years. And then just some hobbies that I have. I enjoy golfing pretty much. I've done that my whole life. I also enjoy exploring Colorado, doing all the hiking, traveling with my dog Charlie, who is 3 years old, pictured there. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know much about rezStream, we're a pretty small company of caring and passionate individuals, and we also serve small companies, specifically independent lodging and hotels. And we really view ourselves as an extension of your property's team there. So even though we're not there on site in the day-to-day operations like your staff, we're always here servicing and providing you with solutions, addressing any needs or questions that come up to help support your business goals. Like I said, we're a small team. We're continuing to grow each year, but we do have over 100 years of combined industry experience. So we know what we're doing, and we can bring this experience to the table when it comes to helping your property. And what really makes us unique is that we offer this suite of solutions. We offer internet marketing, websites, a property management system, online booking engine, and we provide these tools to assist your property in increasing your reservations and revenue, and just making your lives easier so that you're able to focus on other business objectives. So in short, that's rezStream. Okay, so let's first talk about the economic effects that we've seen on our industry. So you've probably experienced at one point or another that the industry has ups and downs throughout time, and most times it's unpredictable. But our industry has pulled its way through several economic and political hardships, most notably 9/11 and also the Great Recession. And then, of course, recently the pandemic. So let's first take a look at a few ways the pandemic affected the industry. So first, we saw that the average daily rate dropped by 12.6%. So many properties were bringing in a lot less per room, especially compared to 2019 figures. Maybe you can relate. A lot of properties at that time had to discount their rates. There was also a 7.4% decline in hotel occupancy. So as you probably noticed, a lot less people were traveling. Some properties had to close down. And for rural properties, maybe you saw the opposite. Occupancy might have been steady throughout, possibly maybe it increased, but for most properties, occupancy took a pretty big hit. Also on that note, a lot of properties experienced cancellations during that time. Revenue per available room decreased by 14%. There was a reduction in the length of guest stays, and guests also booked their stays closer to their arrival dates, mainly to avoid having to change their travel plans last minute and losing out on a deposit if they needed to cancel. And in turn, that forced many properties to implement a more flexible cancellation policy. Maybe you can relate there as well. But with all this said, most properties survived. Leadership teams, management, ownership, they all found ways to overcome these roadblocks and emerge stronger on the other side. And travel is back. So Rates are up back to 2019 levels, maybe even higher. Occupancy is at its highest in years. People want to travel again. Demand is up, group demand is up, and hotels are busier than ever. But is this short-lived? What's next? So we don't know. Everything is still uncertain, but you've probably seen some indicators recently that an economic decline is on its way. The war in Ukraine, rising inflation rates, tighter monetary policies, COVID outbreaks, the real estate crisis, and in addition to many other challenges. And these are all causing economic uncertainties, and there's no clear view on how we, as small businesses, should react at this moment in time. So we don't know if we're going to fall into this big recession, but we are being warned. So what can you do to prepare? Today, I'm going to talk about some strategies that you can use to overcome this uncertainty and economic decline that we're hearing about. So let's get into these tips. So these strategies, or tips, if you will, are differentiate yourself, invest in technology, be proactive, make an action plan, nurture your past guests, be smart with discounted room rates, create bundled offerings, consider expenses and seek efficiencies, and lastly, track your marketing. So I'll get into depth with each of these as we go through them, and then I'll also provide examples to help. So let's get into the first one. Number one, differentiate yourself. So in times of financial concern, a lot of people just want to escape their day-to-day life and responsibilities, and they want to go out and travel. They're willing to pay a cost if they can. But the problem is that today the market is saturated with several hotels and properties, and a lot of them offer similar offerings. And oftentimes there isn't a lot of individual personality or uniques. You have rooms with a bed and a bathroom. Maybe you have a lobby and breakfast, but so does your competition. So what's going to make customers want to stay at your property? And what differentiates you from your competitors that stands out? More specifically, what's your story and what's your identity, and how are you promoting that? So what is your story, and how are you communicating that? This narrative is what's going to create a desire. People want to be a part of something unique, and promoting your story allows you to actually sell your hotel without actively selling your hotel. And this is what is going to set you apart from your competition. So just some questions to get you thinking include, who are you and why does your hotel exist? Think about what your history is. What led you to purchase the property? For example, did you buy it to give families a great vacation spot, or is it all about couples and romance? Who's your audience? Is it families, couples, business people, adventure seekers? And what kind of story would they find appealing? Once you know, then you can highlight what they might find interesting. And then why do your guests want to stay with you? Is it because you have exceptional service? You have a delicious breakfast, on-site pool, other amenities? What is it? Once you have your story, then you can start marketing it to your target audience. You can weave it into all your marketing channels. Your website should have its own page that screams your story, and your story should be incorporated into your social media, email marketing, blogging, videos, all of your channels, so that people understand what makes your property different and unique. And then think about your unique identity. What is your hotel and what does it have to offer, especially during a recession? You need to offer something distinctly different to entice potential guests to book with you rather than just booking the cheapest rate that they can find in the area. Like I said, beds and rooms are important too. That's what's most critical. But what's really going to differentiate your property is the range of quality services and amenities that make their stay special. So, of course, you want a logo and distinct branding across your website and marketing, but you'll also want to promote your offerings and amenities. Perhaps you have high cleanliness standards since the pandemic. Maybe you're known for your world-class service or sustainability. Maybe you have electric car charging stations right there on site, or pet amenities for pet-friendly rooms. Whatever it may be, get the word out there, put it on your local listings, including TripAdvisor and your Google business profile. So establish what differentiates you from other properties and weave it into your marketing, get it out there. Number 2, invest in technology. I really can't stress this enough. Having the right technology can tremendously help you boost occupancy, streamline your operations, optimize your average daily rate, save you money, and other benefits too. There's so many great benefits when you have the right technology for your hotel. So 4 things to keep in mind here. Provide a simple online booking engine. It needs to be easy to use, it needs to be an easy to use booking engine that your guests can easily reserve units through. This is going to enhance the guest experience right from the start, and it's going to lead to more direct bookings when you have an easy to use booking engine. Also make sure that it's well designed, that it's modern looking, that it's responsive on both desktop and mobile. Make sure that you can sync your rates and availability with OTA channels that you're utilizing, as well as meta search engines like Google Hotels and TripAdvisor. Get the best property management system. It needs to be cloud-based so that you can access it anywhere. It needs to be easy to use so that your staff knows everything that's going on there at the property and can improve and have effective communication with your guests. And make sure that you're investing in a PMS where you can get support 24/7. Maximize your website. This is where most people are going to go to find all the details about your property. So you need to make sure that it's fast and up to speed. Make sure that it's easy to navigate on the back end for your staff, but then also easy to navigate from page to page on your website to give users the best experience before they even reserve their stay. It needs to be optimized for mobile and easy to use on a mobile device. And it also needs to be ADA accessible for those who are visually impaired. And of course, you need to be investing in digital marketing. Invest in SEO so you can increase your visibility and brand awareness across search engines. This is going to help you long-term and get you through these lower periods. So make sure that you're consistently optimizing your keywords, adding links, ensuring page speed is where it should be, optimizing images, fixing technical errors, everything. Prioritize content. This works hand in hand with SEO. Create a blogging section on your website so that you can help your guests plan the best vacation. Add quality images throughout your website. Add videos if you have them. Make sure that your content is high quality and optimize for those keywords that you want to rank for, because search engines, they like fresh, good content and up-to-date pages. Use social media to connect with your guests as well. So many people are using social media platforms these days. So use social media to promote your property, to get a lot of guests on your content. You need to have a regular schedule, a regular posting schedule in place in order to keep people engaged. So use Facebook and Instagram to start. Also use email marketing. This is probably the most cost-effective digital marketing channel that you should be investing in. It's a great way to stay in touch with your past guests, increase guest loyalty, and also just an effective way to lower your marketing costs. And then utilize and optimize your local listings and guest reviews. More than 80% of customers read online reviews before booking their stay. So if your property is struggling with their online reputation, then you need to rework your strategy. One tip, whether you're getting negative feedback or good feedback in your reviews, you need to be responding to every single review on your local listings, including Google Business and TripAdvisor. So a few technology-wise things to keep in mind to keep your direct reservations coming through during this economic decline. Number 3, be proactive, make an action plan. A lot of properties, they're probably going to wait until they're suffering the consequences of the downturn before even trying to find solutions. So instead, get ahead of it, get ahead of the recession and start creating your plan. Start identifying recent industry trends. So look at where the market's taking dips, how air travel is being affected, how car rentals are being affected, determine who's more likely to make purchases with you at this time. These are just some things that can help you identify trends and the types of people that you should be targeting. And then develop a marketing strategy. Work with your marketing team on creating that strategy and initiatives, and have dialogues around how to increase bookings for your property during this slower time. And then outline a list of all the tasks that you need to accomplish marketing-wise or operationally, whatever it may be, whether that's hiring, making property renovations, setting up new packages and discounts. Just make a list of everything that you need to execute. Just make sure that you have a plan in place. Number 4, nurture your past guests. The focus of marketing during an economic decline should not be on attracting new customers. A majority of your reservations are going to be your past guests. They're really your one true asset during an economic decline because they're cheaper and they're more likely to convert or make a reservation with you. So you need marketing strategies in place that can help nurture this relationship with your past guests continuously. Don't let them forget about your property during this slow time. Make them want to come back year after year, no matter what. So a few powerful tactics to help here. Send regular email campaigns. A great starting point is sending 1 email per month. This is going to help you stay connected with your guests and build that long-term relationship over time. You can send targeted messages to different segments of your guest list. You can promote current offers, discounts, give property updates, anything. But stay in touch via email. Email marketing has a very strong ROI compared to other tactics, so it's well worth consistently sending email campaigns to stay in touch. Send pre and post-stay emails. So similar to email campaigns or email blasts, sending customized pre and post-stay emails is also a great way to build that long-term relationship with them. It also gets them excited for their upcoming stay. So deliver a confirmation email right away. Say, thank you for your reservation, provide their arrival and departure dates, include the price breakdown, any policies you want to communicate, and then send a pre-stay email about 48 hours to a week in advance of their stay. Maybe try to upsell them. Maybe you just want to reiterate their reservation details or add any relevant notes. But the point is to get them excited for their stay. And then post-stay, follow up with a thank you email. Post-stay emails are really the most important piece to keep the relationship going with your past guests. And also, request feedback, link to fill out a review form on Google Business or TripAdvisor so that you can increase the number of your online reviews, and also, just to show them that you care about their feedback. Engage on social media. Continue to schedule posts on Facebook and Instagram. Be consistent and post what your guests want to see, whether that's your property amenities, attractive deals that you have going on right now. Short reels and videos are becoming more popular. Maybe you want to post a virtual tour of a popular room, all the things, but you need to be consistently scheduling these social posts because most likely all of your guests are using social media platforms. And then focus on loyalty programs. Now, this is a big one. Loyalty programs are going to benefit your past guests, but also encourage your newer guests to regularly stay with you as well. So don't just talk to your past guests about a loyalty program, actively promote it on your website and in your marketing channels. Offer discounts, bundles, prizes, any sort of benefit that's going to excite your guests and make them want to book their next stay with you. So check if your booking engine integrates with any loyalty platforms and then take advantage. Okay, number 5, be smart with discounted room rates. So optimize your rates. Now, with respect to your prices, you do need to attempt to promote an attractive rate that's going to cause customers to prefer your property over others. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be offering the cheapest rate in your location or the most expensive rate just to, keep your reputation. But you shouldn't just set your rates at the beginning of the year and then forget about it. You need to maintain optimal pricing throughout every changing season, especially during an economic downturn. If you are able to come down on rates, then make sure that your guests know how much they're saving by booking that discounted rate. In this example, you can see that it says you save $124. And be sure to add any discounts that you're offering on your website and in your marketing channels. Don't just update the rates in your booking engine and then hope that people are going to see that you're offering discounted rates. Now, if you can't afford to discount your rates, think about tweaking the numbers slightly. Make it end in 9. Try it out. If your room rate is $90, maybe put it at $89. If it's priced at $85, bump it up to $89. Even though it's a $4 increase, research shows that the number 9 is more appealing to the eye. So optimize your rates as much as possible so that you're getting as many direct bookings as possible. And promote discounts. Offer night-based discounts where you can provide a discount on the last night of their stay. They stay a certain number of nights. It's also great for extended stays. For example, you could offer something like stay 7 nights and take 10% off of your entire stay. Or maybe, you're slow midweek and you want to offer a midweek discount, but not on the weekends. So consider offering a midweek special Sunday through Thursday. You could also offer a discount for direct bookings. So this will help you save on OTA commissions by enticing your guests to book direct with you to save. But to do so, you need to make sure that you're offering a lower rate than all of your OTAs. Or offer guest-based discounts, personalized discounts for certain types of your guests. For example, you could be offering a senior discount or a first responder discount to help their stay be a little bit more affordable. Utilize exit messages. So during hard financial times, people are more likely to exit out of your booking engine without completing a reservation because they're on the fence. Maybe they don't want to book so far out, or they just don't know. So what you can do is you can set up exclusive promo codes and use them in an exit message or an exit intent pop-up on your booking engine to incentivize your website visitors to stay on your website and complete a reservation. So when a visitor moves their mouse cursor toward the top right of their screen, in the direction of the exit button, a pop-up can appear offering a custom message and a discount code to encourage them to go back and complete their reservation. So with all this said, discounting your rates and adding special discounts and promo codes and setting up a pop-up, it can all get very complex and hard to manage if you're offering a variety. So lean on an agency who can support several discount types and help you get it all set up and track the results for you. And then understand your relationship and your rate parity with your OTAs. To keep your rooms full during an economic decline, it is normal to become a little bit more reliant on your online travel agencies like Expedia or Booking.com, for example. But losing direct bookings to OTAs is going to reduce your profits because you're forced to pay that extra commission for that booking. So you still need to do whatever you can to capture as many direct bookings as possible. So make sure that your rates are consistent across all your OTA channels and that you're offering either the same rate or a lower rate ideally. Whether or not you're offering a lower rate than your OTAs can have a huge impact on the number of direct bookings that you're receiving and the amount of revenue coming through. If a guest sees that one of your OTA channels is offering a lower rate than your direct rate, then they're going to book with that OTA 9 times out of 10. So make sure you're offering the best rate and make sure that you understand the contract that you have with each OTA, and then promote your book direct offer on your website and use meta search engines like TripAdvisor and Google Hotels so that you can win direct bookings over the OTAs. So yeah, check with your booking engine provider to see if they offer any direct connections to third-party websites so that you can start promoting your direct rate more. Number 6, create bundled offerings. This is another great strategy to grow demand in hard times and keep reservations and revenue flowing. And bundled offerings can add value in a couple of ways. So for the guest, it's that experience value. So remember, their accommodations are just a tiny factor in their vacation. So offering a bundle or a package, it takes away the planning on their end and it helps create their itinerary. And then it also adds financial value for your property. For example, guests who book bundles or packages tend to stay longer. They also tend to book further in advance, and they're less likely to cancel their reservation. So think about offering bundles. Here are a couple ideas. So you could offer wellness packages. There is a pretty big rising demand in a more relaxing brand of vacation. So you could think about partnering with a spa for massages and other experiences. You could partner with a yoga instructor, or you could offer certain sport packages like golf or tennis to promote physical wellness. You could also offer family-friendly packages and capitalize on the family vacation market. So you could think about including coupons for family activities like theme parks, kayaking, mini golf, whatever local excursions are popular in your area. There's foodie packages. A lot of guests travel to experience the local cuisine. So you could offer a bundle to support that. Maybe it's a beer crawl, farm to table dining, or coffee tastings, for example. Or holiday packages. This is a great way to keep the revenue flowing in the winter months. Maybe you're slower in the winter months. So think about offering holiday packages for families. You could do ski passes, tubing passes, holiday themed tours, and personalized holiday gifts as well. It's just some bundles to consider. Okay, number 7, consider expenses and seek efficiencies. So in an economic decline, one of the first thoughts is, I have to cut budgets. But, you know, when the economy hits a brick wall, it might be necessary to create some financial wiggle room to preserve the long-term survival of your property. Now, with that said, you know, I encourage you to keep on marketing. Cutting marketing spend in an economic decline or recession, it really doesn't make sense at all. It's important to remember that unlike the pandemic, businesses are still open. Businesses, they're not forced to shut down, and people still want to travel. So if you're continuing your marketing and capturing a bigger market share than your competitors, then you're at an advantage. In fact, data shows that properties who stay on course with their marketing see better returns when the economy recovers. And we saw that properties who bounced back the strongest from the pandemic did not cut their marketing spend at all. And in many cases, they actually increased it. So Here are a few things that you could consider. Reallocate funds away from traditional marketing. So this could include flyers, magazine ads, physical mail, postcards, whatever it may be. Over the years, properties are moving away from print ads, but for those who continue to use print marketing, it's very pricey. It's also tough to evaluate the effectiveness of this type of marketing. So if you are paying for print marketing, consider putting that budget toward digital marketing like SEO, content, email marketing, meta search, pay-per-click, etc. Digital is always going to yield a higher ROI. So you're going to get the most bang for your buck this way. Make ROI your bottom line. So focus your efforts on marketing tactics that are bringing you the highest return, especially in the long term. Cut what's not working. Think about the channels where you're getting the lowest return. Is it local referral subscriptions that you're paying a lot of money to keep? Is it certain ad programs? Make sure that you're only paying for channels or programs that are adding value and bringing you a high return on investment. And then double down on what is working well for you. For example, search engine optimization has the highest return on investment. So spend more time focusing on improving your performance in the search engines. Another example is email marketing. If your emails are bringing in reservations every single time you send one out, then send more emails and put more of your focus into optimizing those campaigns for opens and click-throughs and conversions. And make use of automation. The entire goal of automation is to improve efficiency. So with this in place, you can keep your marketing strategy running while spending less manual effort on each tactic. So use various tools for channels like email, SEO, social media, PPC ads, and such. Lean on an agency to execute your marketing strategy for you to save you time. When your team members are able to focus on their core tasks in their job, it makes them a lot more productive. So don't be scared to lean on these automation tools and an agency and people that have expertise in marketing that can help you get through this tough time. And the last strategy that I wanted to share today is to track your marketing. You need to be keeping track of everything so that you know what marketing strategies are working best and are most effective for your property during this slow time. You need to be viewing detailed reports in your property management system and in your analytics account so that you can see the ROI that you're getting from each channel down to the source and then down to the campaign. Again, your marketing has to be efficient, so you don't want any wasted budget, and you don't have room to continue marketing through channels that aren't working well for you. And the only way that you're going to know this is by tracking your marketing and website and then making changes. So use Google Analytics. I'm sure you've heard of it. Google Analytics is a very powerful tool that's going to provide you with all the must-have data to understand how your website's performing and how your digital marketing tactics are performing. Specifically, it's going to help you track your overall performance. It's going to help you understand who your target audience is, and it's going to help you see which channels are bringing people to your site and which channels are the most converting. So you need to be viewing your Google Analytics regularly. If you don't have an account set up right now, or if you don't know where to start, then lean on an agency to help you. As soon as you have your account set up, you can start tracking and you can start improving your marketing right away. Okay, so those are the tips. So to recap what we covered today, number one, we know that hotels experience declines during recessions, and we recently saw that with the pandemic. Two, we're uncertain. We've been warned that there could be another economic slowdown coming, but there's still a lot of uncertainty with not really a clear view. 3, there are ways to prepare your property by utilizing digital marketing. And the tips that I shared with you today include differentiate yourself, invest in technology, be proactive, make an action plan, nurture your past guests, be smart with discounted room rates, create bundled offerings, consider expenses and seek efficiencies, and lastly, track your marketing. And number 4, just know that rezStream can assist you with any of the tactics that I went through today. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help. This is what we do every single day. So we can help you get through the low times and manage your marketing in ways that are going to drive additional reservations and revenue for you through any season. So thank you everyone for taking time out of your day to listen to this webinar. And I will go ahead and hand it back to Lyles to take it from here.